Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing a tutorial video, so this is different than my other videos. So if you want to see more of these, please be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, so let's get started. So this video is a tutorial for the editing software Shotcut. So this has been highly requested for too long, and I just haven't done it. So yeah, here it is. So I got a pre-recorded video here, and you guys might be like, what is this? What is happening? So yeah, so this video is not going to go over how to download the editing software Shotcut. It's called Shotcut, Shotcut. You can look it up if you want. So watch another tutorial for that. But if you already have Shotcut, this tutorial would be great. So what you do first is, as you can see, my mouse is here, and you go to Open File at the top left. Click Open File, and then it shows all your files and all your stuff. So you can also pause the video if you need to at any point, because I might be going a bit fast for some people. You click the file, and then you click Open on the bottom right of the file area. So when you click Open, the file should show up on your big screen, like mine did. And then you go down to the bottom left where my cursor is, you click this clipboard, and then it'll show up on your track on the bottom. It obviously won't look like mine without the editing cutting already, but I'll get to that in a minute. Now when you have this, you can actually start editing. So as you can see, there's a big line down here which shows most of the stuff you need to use, and at the top there's a filters button. The filters button will be very important soon. Same with the properties. So anyway, so you can move this line. This line is where the video is playing now, the white line I'm moving. Right now it's in like the beginning of the video. This is what's happening in the beginning of the video where my line is. So you can click this play button here under the big screen, and then the white line moves and the video plays. So as you can see, there's little lines right here. There's the black line that separates these two. That's because I cut the video, and as you can see on the big screen, it cuts when you get to that point and switches to a new clip. You go to wherever you want to cut. Like pretend you want to just start the clutch and you don't want to show the rest of the clutch. Then you click this button, split at playhead. You click that, then the splits, and there's a new line here. But that doesn't really do much unless you want to delete this whole thing. So this part will show, this part will be deleted, and this will show. So pretend I want to do that. Then I just click backspace, move this over here, and then boom, it cuts out. There's no more of that. I'm going to go back though because I don't actually want that to be deleted. So you can, if you want to just cut a small part out of it, you can click the same button, and then you move this line, or you play the video until you want to cut it, like right there. You click line again, then you can click this part in between the two lines, delete it, and move this to where it ends. And if it doesn't snap in to the part, then you should use this magnet here. This magnet is a snapping magnet. It snaps each video clip together so it's not weird. So if you guys have any questions, which you probably have some, comment down below and I'll try to answer all of them. Okay, so now we can get to effects. So first I want to add music to this video. So you have to go to these three lines, timeline menu, you click it, you go to track options, just hover over it, you don't need to click it. Then click add audio track, add video track, insert track, remove track, all of these work. I'm going to click add audio track because I want music. So there you go. As you can see, down you can move this line on the right hand side, and then down here is the audio track. So that's the audio track, and then you can click open file again and insert an audio file. So you might be wondering how to get all these audio and video files. You just record. So pretend you want a song, right? And then all you have to do is like play the song while recording the song, and then end the recording of the song when you're done playing the song. This might sound really confusing. If you guys have any questions, comment. And then with the recording of the song, just insert the recording. Because you can't insert a real song. You have to insert a recording. I just added the song to my audio track. So it might be a bit quiet. Because for some reason, mine are just always a bit quiet. And you cannot barely hear them. So what you do is you have to click the track for you to be able to edit it. So you might be wondering, why doesn't this work? You have to click the track then you have to click which one you want to edit. So if you don't click, it doesn't work. So I'm going to click the song here. I'm going to go up to filters, click filters, click this plus button here, add a filter. Then there's a lot of filter. It comes with a few filters. I favorited all these, so that's why there's these. But there's audio, video, and time, and you can search filters up there. If you want to favorite the same ones I did, you can. These are the ones I always use in my videos. So yeah, you can pause the video if you want. But I am going to use gain/volume. So this can change the volume of the music or the normal video. As long as you click it, you can change the volume. So you can change it. This is like louder and this is quieter. So even if 24 is not loud enough, which is the maximum, you can click plus again, click gain again, go back to 24 again, and then you get 48. So let me see if it's loud enough now. Alright, not quite. Let me make it a bit louder. 24. Okay, and that is good. So then you just click plus again and it goes back to the screen. But this is still loud. Even if you click off, it's still loud. So it really works well. So pretend I want to slow down the beginning of the video now. So I'm going to have to click one of these, drag it this way. You just drag it with your mouse and you keep dragging it and it goes way over that way. So you can just do that with all of them. This is what I always do while making montages. This is actually going to be a future montage. So this is kind of a clip for the montage. It's like a 50-second preview, I guess. Now I want to slow down the beginning, but not the whole clutch. Well, I'm actually probably going to slow down the whole clutch. Yeah, I will. So I'm going to click it. Obviously, you have to click it every time you want to do something. Go up to properties. And then there's a bunch of random stuff that comes up. The only thing I use here is speed. You can see speed here. So it's 1 right now, obviously. You just change it to 0, and then you change this one up here to 5. That would be half speed. After you change it, then click apply right here. And now, as you can see, the video clip is half the speed. Yep, so it works. And then when you're done, you just click filters or something, and then it goes away. And then you can move this back if you want to put it back. It just drags in. And make sure to have the magnet on. It really does help. Alright, so I'm going to slow this one down a bit too. But before I slow this one down, I'm going to make this one fade out. So I'm going to do that by clicking split at playhead, clicking this. You have to move the line into it to see what the filter is. I used to have this problem where I couldn't see what the filter was because the line wasn't over the selected part. This may sound very confusing, but yeah, that's a big problem if you don't have the line over. So make sure to always have the line over it when you're filtering. So add a filter. I am going to use blur. So I'm going to make it blur more. So as you can see, you can like do this and then it goes here, and then when you get to the part, it just blurs a ton. You can do that, but the problem with that is it just looks bad. So I'm gonna make it 56. But you don't have to only make it 56, because see this button, the timer, use keyframes. Keyframes are very important. I'm not going to go over them too much in this video. I might make a part 2 where I use keyframes a bit more. You click this clock, and then this shows up on the bottom. If you want to make it bigger because it's super tiny, there's this dragger here, and you can drag it all the way to make it very big. If you click one of those dots, the one I'm hovering over, then this will remove all advanced keyframes. Don't use advanced keyframes unless you really need them, because I don't even know how to use advanced keyframes. I'm going to move this I'm going to drag it all the way over here. So this means it'll go down slowly, but I don't want it to go down. I want it to go up. So actually, hold on, I messed up. Hold on. You can move it, you can drag it at the beginning to 0. You can drag the amount to 0, and then as you can see, since I moved the line to the end, if you drag, it plays the music, which is very annoying if it's super slow. But as you can see, the amount keeps going up because I made the highest amount 56. That means that if you drag this back, then it'll go to 56 right here instead of all the way at the end. If you drag it all the way to the beginning, it'll always be 56. So you can drag the other side too, and then it'll come from 56 to 0. But I'm going to do 0 to 56 in this. Let's go back, so at the bottom left you can click timeline again. So now it slowly gets more blurry. And then the next clutch will come in. And actually, I'm going to do the opposite thing on this one. I'm going to make it start blurry and get less blurry. So I'm going to do a similar thing to what we did before. I'm going to go to blur. Then I'm going to go to 0. Well, actually, I'm going to go to 56, but change it up. So now it's at 56 again. You click the keyframes. Instead of moving this one, though, I move this one. And, of course, you want to remove advanced. So then you move this one. So it starts at 56 and then goes back to 0. So it actually goes to 50 right now because I need to make the end 0. It doesn't auto set. So you have to just move your white line to the end, then move it to 0. So now it'll be 56 all the way to 0. So now if you go back to timeline on the bottom, it works. Yep. So that's how you do it. That's how you use keyframes. So if you guys understood that part, good for you. That's an accomplishment. And now I'm gonna make this bigger so it goes into the next clutch again, but in a different way. So I'm gonna go to filters. I'm gonna click plus. Then I'm gonna go to size, position, and rotate. This one is very good. This one's might be the most helpful out of all of them. So you click size, position, and rotate. Then I'm gonna actually use keyframes. You know, maybe this is a keyframe tutorial, but you can just zoom it in to like 247.6 pretend. So then this part will be more zoomed. And then if you click this arrow here, it just goes back to 100. And then this is rotation, which is like the same thing, but it rotates a lot. And you can use keyframes for rotation. I'm going to use keyframes for zoom right now. So it's going to probably zoom all the way to, I don't know, I'll just do 500. So you click this, you remove advanced keyframes if you want. I mean, you can use it, but I'm not making a tutorial on it. I'm going to make it start at 100 and then go all the way to 553. Now, you can get a preview of it on keyframes actually, and it zooms. And then you go back to timeline when you're ready, and then it works. It's important to select and it's important to cut your video. If you don't cut your video, it's gonna be very boring for the viewer to watch. So that's why it's important to have an editing software where you can cut your video easily. I'm just gonna show how to add other videos on top of another video, even though I'm not gonna be using that in montage. I'll just do it as an example. So I'm gonna add another video track the same way I added the audio track. So now there's V2 here. So you can click open file and then get whatever so you can't upload something without a file. So you have to get the file first. So I am just going to add this random weird clutch on, even though I'm going to take it away after. Make it zoom a bit less. So then it shows 2 clutches at once. So now 2 clutches are showing at once. So that's how you do that. If you want to rewind, you can too. I'm going to take this out though because I'm not actually putting it in my montage. Now I'm going to be done with like actually making my montage part. I'm just going to show you effects you can add and stuff. So there's also a lot of other stuff I didn't do. You could do fade out video, change the second to like, let me just do 3 for an example. And there we go. So then it just, you know, literally fades out the video in already, then it won't do anything. There's fade out audio, fade in audio, all of that. There's crop rectangle. So what you can do is you can make, like, you can change the position, you can change the size, you can use keyframes. I don't really use crop rectangle, but I just have it saved because I used it before. Contrast, color grading. Color grading it changed the color. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. It just changes colors. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I'm gonna show you. As you can see, there was there's a lot of video ones. There's a ton. There's like so many filters. There's not really many times. There's only one time. There's this export button up here. You want to click this when you're done. You click export. You click this export file button when you're done. This is really important. So you click export file. I'm not going to click it, but it will show up on the right side of your screen on jobs. It'll show up export file here, and then it'll show exporting, and it'll show like the time left exporting the percentage. When it's 100%, that means the file is saved somewhere on your computer. So you have to find the file. If you found it, you're good. You can X out Shotcut. It asks if you want to save your changes. If you want to save your changes, you can. That just saves the video, and you can save it to your computer if you want to edit it more later. And then there you go, and then you can just upload it to YouTube by clicking the upload video button, and then uploading the file of the edited video. So if you guys have any questions on this, I might make a separate video where I export one and show you how to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much how to use Shotcut. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. And there's also this button, which is make it faster, play slower, a lot of other stuff too. Yeah, so see you later, bye.